2025 can be your year if you want it to be. Hi, my name is Emmy. Thank you for coming back to my channel and thank you for watching this video. This is going to be a very quick and straight to the point video on how I planned 2025 for me and all my tips and tricks that I use in order to have the year structured in a way that is going to maximize the potential of achieving my goals. So this video is split into two main topics. The first is a 2025 rebrand and the second is your goals for the new year. So first I want to start off with goals because I think that's probably what everyone is gonna do for 2025, right? Everybody has goals for 2025 for the long run, etc. So the way I structured my goals was I did my goals for 2025 and then I did another column of my long-term goals and then I did a final column of everyone who will succeed with me. If you are someone who is working for your goals every day, you know that you lose motivation and you lose drive and you feel like giving up. You don't see a point for doing what you're doing. Like, trust me, we've all been there. We all know what that feels like. It does not feel great. And I know personally when I go through that or I have things happen to me that make me think about who would succeed with me when I succeed, that's something that I realize that can really be used to my benefit and have me going when I don't feel like driving the car. So I titled that list of people Everyone Wins, and everyone in that list are people who will succeed with me when I succeed, and this is more revolved towards financially. So in that list I listed everyone who will succeed with me, my friends, my family, some people who have touched me some way, shape, or form in my life, because like I said, sometimes when I can't do it for me, I'm doing it for them and that keeps me going. But now moving on to our long-term goals. I split this list up into personal, career, and financial. And the reason why I wanted to start with long-term goals is because when you have this big tree of goals that you want to accomplish in your life, you can start to pick out what is something that can be achievable in this upcoming year. So for example, if one of my lifetime goals is to be a successful YouTuber, one of my goals for 2025 can be to start my YouTube channel. So it's like we start big and we narrow everything down into actionable steps. So in this list of my long-term goals, again, I sectioned it into personal goals. So this can be anything that relates to you in your personal life. This can be like learning a new language and being able to speak that language fluently. This can be like owning a dream car or something, some material possession. Or it can also be something like becoming a mother or becoming a wife or raising your family or something along those lines. So these are all personal goals that have a impact on you personally. And then in the career column, this is obviously everything that has to do with you and your career. So this can be like becoming a successful YouTuber, becoming a successful author, becoming a successful investor, like anything that has to relate to you and your career. And finally, financially, these are all your long-term financial goals. So this can be like owning a certain type of real estate or making a certain amount of money a year, anything that has to do with any financial goal that you have. And finally, we can make the list for 2025. Now that we have this list of a lot of big goals for ourselves, we can try to narrow it down into goals that we can achieve in the upcoming year. For this list, I sectioned my goals into personal and career, but you can section them into personal, career, and financial if you wish to do so. So personal goals can be like waking up at a certain time every day. It can be reading a certain amount of books in a year. I know one of my personal goals for 2025 is to learn how to do the splits. It's just like kind of random, but these personal goals can be anything that pertain to you and something that can be achievable in the upcoming year. It's important to be realistic. And then in the career section, I put everything that is a career goal of mine that I want to accomplish in the upcoming year, this is important to do, and I found out this was important to do through TikTok. But with these goals that you are writing out, it's important to add a time frame to them. Adding a time frame gives you almost like a sense of urgency to get this done and to prioritize it so that you can accomplish it by your set deadline. So for example, if one of your goals is to be a successful YouTuber, one of your goals for 2025 can be to create your own YouTube channel. So you can say one of your goals for your career in 2025 is to create YouTube channel by February of 2025. And then another goal can be to upload your first video by March of 2025. So that's just a little example on how you need to structure your goals and put deadlines so you can start working towards those goals and have that little sense of urgency to get you started and to get you going. A lot of the time, dreams die because they stay in our head and people don't take action and don't actually work and strive towards having that dream come true. So setting a deadline is gonna get you having that sense of urgency to get up and go do something in order to accomplish that set goal because there's a deadline. So with my personal goals and my career goals for 2025, I made a chart of every month in the year, right? So the 12 months. For every month, I have a goal that is the goal of that month. So for example, let's go back to the YouTube example. In January, my goal can be to create the outline of my YouTube channel. My goal for February can be to upload my YouTube channel and have it be public and create the script for my first YouTube video. For March, my goal can be to create my first YouTube video and publish it. And then you just keep going. So you have all of your goals that are career based for 2025. And when you have this little calendar of every month of the year, you can start sectioning off every goal to pertain to a certain month, and then you know what your focus is for that month, and you can use that to start to break down how your week is going to go, how your days are going to go in the month, and how you're going to start working towards achieving that set goal. So that's just another little tip that I did because that is what helps me stay organized and stay focused, because sometimes when we have goals and we have like all these things in our head, we don't know where to start. I'm a very organized person, and I just found that doing this table and having a goal for every month gets me started on what my goal is for that month, so then I know what I can do in every week and what I can do every day in order to achieve that set goal. That's everything I had for the goal section of this video. So now let's talk about the 2025 rebrand that you have to go through in order to accomplish these set goals. I always feel like a rebrand is important, especially for a new year. Think about it. You are not the same person you were 2-3 years ago. We are constantly changing and we are constantly growing, and that is so important in order to succeed in the areas we want to succeed in. So a personal rebrand is pretty much like a big ass glow up. So there are always going to be some areas in our life that we can grow and we can evolve to become ready and to serve us in the best way possible, so that we can get the things that we want to get and manifest the shit that we want to manifest and maintain it and have it stay in our lives permanently. So for every year, I like to have a word to be centered around that year. So for 2024, my word was discipline, and for 2025, my word is action. Basically, my whole overall goal for 2025 is to take more action and to be more involved with the things I want to do. Instead of learning so much, I now want to apply everything I know and take action. And so I would recommend that you have one word that you want to center your year around. So this can be a word like healing, this can be like discipline, action, love, growth, anything that you want to center your new year around. What is going to be the main goal for that upcoming year? After that, I then had my section of purpose, mission, and my core values. So this is the section where I pretty much write out, why am I doing everything that I am doing? What is my purpose? What is my mission on this earth? What are my core values? Now, saying that out loud, now I realize that that is a very deep and profound question, and if you don't have the answer to that question just yet, that's absolutely okay. Maybe in 2025, one of your goals can be to figure this out, right? Like figure out what's your purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the overall goal of why you are doing what you're doing? Is it to serve others? Is it to retire your parents? Is it to live life on your terms? Is it to live comfortably? Like, why are you doing what you are doing? After that is where I describe who this version, this rebranded, upgraded version of myself is. So I include who she is physically. What does she look like? What does her diet consist of? Is she strong? Is she glowing? Is she beautiful? Does she have this aura around her? Does she have this light around her? Is she magnetic? What are words to describe who this version of you is physically? Emotionally, what does this version of yourself look like? Are you more in touch with your emotions? Are you more inclined to be more open-minded when it comes to your emotions? Are you someone who is learning emotional intelligence? Are you someone who is wanting to mature emotionally? How would you describe yourself emotionally? And then we have mentally. Who is this version of yourself mentally? Are they driven? Are they ambitious? Are they motivated? Are they strong? Are they open-minded? What type of mentality is this version of yourself embodying? And I think these three areas are so important because they pretty much set up the foundation for who we are. They can determine who you are going to be, because this is literally the essence of a human being, and I think it's crucial to spend so much time and think about this area and what ways you can glow up and what ways you can grow, especially if you are not doing the best in certain areas. How are you going to finally put yourself first in these areas, and what are your goals in order to grow and evolve in these areas? It's absolutely okay if you want to change things about yourself, as long as it's working for you in your benefit. If you are someone who is currently depressed and deals with anxiety, who the hell has not been there, right? But you really need to think, is that the best thing for me in order for me to go forth and fulfill the goals I want to fulfill? So just keep that in mind whenever you are thinking about the rebrand that you want to go through. And then finally, I put, how is she perceived? So how is this rebranded, evolved version of yourself perceived? And I'll just read to you what I put for mine as an example. I put, she is perceived as someone who is incredibly confident, secure, and driven by what they want and know what they deserve. The way I'm being perceived is based on how I am in those three pillars of my life. How you are perceived is how you show up every day. And keep that in mind whenever you are writing how you want to be perceived as. Make sure it's always in your best interest and not in the opinions of others, because they really don't matter at the end of the day. And the section after that has to do with branding yourself and creating this image or like persona of yourself so that you have this vibe going for you and you have this essence, and someone can look at something and be like, wow, that's so Emmy, or that's so her, or that is so you. So in this area I put colors, scent, wardrobe, and words to describe. So what colors do you want to be your colors? Like, what colors do you want to be centered on, around? What do you want your signature scent to be? What do you want to smell like? What do you want to be your scent? Wardrobe, what type of wardrobe do you want to possess? Do you want to dress with more streetwear? Do you want to dress a more classy look? Do you want to have more of a timeless wardrobe? What type of clothing do you want to wear? And finally, words to describe you. This can be like sexy, confident, smart, kind, ambitious, intelligent, any word that you want to describe you. After that, I put my goals for the year. This is pretty much where I just rewrote all of my goals for 2025. After that, I put my morning and evening routine, because we are revamping and glowing up every part of our life. So for my morning routine, I put what time I want to wake up at, what I'm going to do immediately after I wake up. So this is like brushing my teeth, washing my face. What am I going to do after that? Change into workout clothes. After that, do a quick yoga and get my body moving. After that, do a quick workout. After that, get ready for my day and go about my day and plan my day. And then for my evening routine, I start with around what time I'm gonna start to get ready for bed, what type of music I'm gonna listen to while I get ready for bed. I put jazz music because trust me, it does romanticize the hell out of your life. Change into my PJs. After that, brush my teeth and wash my face. After that, plug my phone in, set alarms. After that, meditate, quick meditation. Then after that, read myself to bed or be in bed before 10 p.m. So be incredibly specific on what these routines look like for you, because again, this is going to be something that you are going to start living by. And then finally, I put my hobbies and habits. So hobbies, this can be like reading, writing, learning a new language, doing yoga, going on a walk. The way I saw it is hobbies are pretty much things that you don't do every day necessarily, but they're things that you enjoy doing. And then for your habits, these can be things like making your bed, following your routines, looking put together, drinking a lot of water. These are things that you live by and things that you are constantly doing every day because they're a habit. And that's the end of my rebrand. I believe that if you have certain goals that you are going for, there are always going to be some areas in where you need to grow and evolve to become ready to receive the goals that you want to receive. Every year we're constantly glowing up because every year we have higher goals for ourselves and we need to become ready in order to receive the goals that we want. But everything in your rebrand is working for you and working in your benefit in order to become the person you need to become in order to achieve your manifestations and have them match you. With this rebrand and with these goals in mind is when now you can go forth and create your vision board or a mood board and hang it up in front of your bed, so that's the first thing you see every day whenever you wake up, and basically visualize and put into images the things that you want to accomplish in the upcoming year. But that is everything that I did to plan 2025, and I think it's something that will benefit me a lot and something that will benefit you too if you decide to do the same. Again, 2025 can be your year if you want it to be. It's time to take action. There is no one who is coming to save you. You are the only person who can save you if you want to save yourself. Life is too damn short to live a life without goals and dreams and aspirations for ourselves. Why the hell can't you have that for yourself? Why the hell can you not have goals for yourself? Why the hell can you not want more for yourself? Everyone can want more for themselves. But do with this information as you will. Thank you for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.